Cheers! If you ever thought I need more certification, one more course, one more strategy before I am ready, this video is for you. Because I believe one of the biggest lies entrepreneurs believe is this: the more expertise you have, the more successful you will become. Don't get me wrong, expertise matters, but it isn't enough. Today we are talking about the T in the Authenticity Code. T stands for Transcendent. And by the end of this video, you will understand why your energy, not just your expertise, is what makes people remember you and want to work with you. Let me share something with you. When I started my business, I thought I had one problem, and that was I wasn't experienced enough. So I did what many entrepreneurs do. I learned more, I took courses, read books, found mentors, attended conferences, collected certifications. And I still love learning. It's a great thing to do. I invest in my education every single year. But learning wasn't the thing holding me back. Something else was. We often hear people say, become the best at what you do. And while expertise absolutely matters, I believe something else matters too. I know you're getting curious about it. Just stay with me. Think about the speakers you remember, the entrepreneurs you follow, the leaders you trust. Is it only because they know their stuff? Probably not. There are thousands of experts, thousands of smart people, yet only a few become unforgettable. Why? Because they don't just teach information, they bring it to life. People don't remember the most qualified person in the room. They remember who made them feel something. They remember who lit up the room with their energy. And that's where transcendence begins. What transcendent really means? Remember, A stood for alignment, U stood for uniqueness, and T today stands for transcendent. To me, transcendent means something very simple. Your energy, your expertise, transcendent, which is your impact. Expertise gives people information. Energy gives people transformation. Expertise teaches, energy creates movement. When those two come together, that's when people remember you. Let me tell you how I learned this. In 2016, I left the corporate world, right? I moved to another country. I didn't know anyone. I barely spoke English. Ironically, I left corporate because I was tired of fitting into social expectations. Then I became an entrepreneur and started doing exactly the same thing. What do you mean, Burcu? I started following all the social norms for entrepreneurship. I thought I needed perfect English because I was living in the US and wanted to do my business in English. I thought I needed perfect branding, perfect photos, perfect grammar, perfect confidence. Even I waited to lose some weight before I say yes to big stages to be a speaker on them. Looking back, I spent years waiting for permission. From who? Permission to speak, permission to lead, permission to be simply be myself. Then something changed. The more clients I worked with, the more stages I stepped into, the more grammar mistakes I made, the more audience I served, the more I realized people weren't hiring me because I was perfect. They were hiring me because they trusted me, because they connected with me, because they felt my energy, my caring, genuine energy and joy. One of the biggest misconceptions about personal branding is that energy means being loud Or another misconception about both personal branding and being authentic or having an authentic branding is that you need to be extravaganza. You need to be very extra with your colors, with your looking. You need to have, one side of your hair cut it and you need to look very interesting. No, it doesn't. Some of the most impactful people I know are actually quiet, but they are present. They are genuine. They believe in what they say. People can feel that. Your energy is your brand. It's in the way you communicate, lead, listen, tell stories, smile, make people feel. That's what creates impact. I want to leave you with a few questions. What gives you the most energy when you talk about your work? Where do you feel most alive? What part of yourself have you been hiding because you thought it wasn't professional enough? What would happen if you brought more of your energy? What would happen if you brought more of yourself into the work you already do? Today we talked about T in the Authenticity Code. Next week we will be talking about the H. Today we talked about T. Today we talked about the T in the Authenticity Code. T stands for Transcendent. Next week we will be talking about the H. The goal isn't to become another expert. The goal is to become unforgettable. Because information is everywhere. With AI, are you kidding me? People don't need information. They can find it. If they're still hiring entrepreneurs, coaches, speakers to share some ideas, because they need your energy. They need what you bring to the table. It's not information only. Your energy, your story, your perspective, your way of making people feel. If you're ready to build a brand that converts, join the waitlist for the Branding Bootcamp launching in September 2026. I would love to see you there. And finally, I would love to hear from you in the comments. Answer one of the questions, which was, what gives you the most energy about your work? I want to hear. What gives you the most energy when you talk about your work? I want to hear from you. And I'll see you in the next episode. If you missed the first couple letters, you can watch them here. Cheers.